Today on the Nivlac 57 YouTube channel, we gotta eat our vegetables. Alright guys, so unfortunately with cars, sometimes you gotta work on stuff that you don't like. This is my 2006 Ford F-250. I bought it from my parents and they bought it brand new in 2006. It has a 6-liter Powerstroke and it's been a overall very reliable truck. It's towed cars back and forth to Florida probably 13 or 14 times and it's never given me a reason to doubt it. However, recently it's developed an issue where it won't make any power. It'll make tons of boost, but it won't make any power. My dad and I have narrowed this down to the VGT in the turbine of the turbo is malfunctioning. It needs replaced. So I had this apart last weekend. I took the turbo out, I rebuilt it with a rebuild kit, and I tried to free up the unison ring, and I was unsuccessful. So we're gonna put a brand new turbo in it, and that should fix the problem. Before I take it apart, I'm gonna take you for a little ride, show you what it looks like in practice, and then we're gonna get to work. All right guys, so here's what it's doing. Watch the boost gauge, how it goes. So I had it floored there. It made 25 pounds boost, but the thing wasn't accelerating near like it should. When I have a load attached, it's even worse. I can barely maintain the speed limit on the highway with it. And basically the thing just won't make any power. It'll make tons of boost, but no power. I got the old turbo out of there. So I'm gonna blow this thing apart and show you guys what the problem is. Alright, so this is something called the VGT system, Variable Geometry Turbine, and basically this ring here, called the unison ring, moves back and forth and it restricts off the turbine and basically changes the expansion ratio of the turbine housing. So what I think was happening was the computer was commanding it to clamp down at lower engine speeds to get the turbo to spool up, and it was getting stuck there and essentially blocking off the exhaust side of the engine, creating tons of back pressure, lots of boost, but tons of back pressure and not making any power. So after talking to a friend about this, these are actually brand new parts. I literally just put these in here. I spent a lot of time on this side of the turbo, making this rotate nice and freely. But after talking to a friend, this surface here, where these blades ride on, needs to be like perfectly smooth. I spent a lot of time with sandpaper and stuff trying to make it smooth, but if you don't make it perfectly smooth, these will get jammed up and they won't work right. So let's get the new turbo on there and we'll see if we fixed it. Alright guys, I got this all back together. While I was in there, I put new couplers and tubes on it just because they were getting a little spongy, and I think there were some cracks in some of the couplers. So we're all ready to fire this thing up. So we're going to fire it up, see if there's any leaks, and take it for a drive. Alright guys, so we're turning on to exactly where we did the previous test. So let's see how it does. That feels way better. Certainly not fast by any means, but I feel like I got my old truck back. Alright guys, the best thing about being done with the vegetables is it's time for dessert. So you'll see that in future episodes. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.